Okay, yesterday in The Sims, I rebuilt kind of, as you will see, the Strangerville overlook lot. In Strangerville, obviously, which is the world that came with the Sims 4 game pack Strangerville, which is kind of based on like Stranger Things, which I haven't seen, and also just like southwestern United States, like New Mexico, conspiracy theories like ET conspiracy theories, aliens, and like, yeah, it's kind of an interesting pack though. I have played it once through, yeah, it was interesting, like The Sims for the first time kind of introducing like a story quest-based sort of situation. Because I know a lot of people like will make the argument that like, what are you supposed to do in The Sims? Like, there's nothing to do. And it's like, that's kind of the beauty of it, in my opinion. You can do whatever, you don't have to do anything. But yeah, so anyway, we're here in the Strangerville overlook lot because I wanted to give you a quick tour of what it looked like before. And my like rendition of it is very different. It's basically just like starting from scratch. Well, it literally is just starting from scratch and building on this lot, but still kind of in the similar like Victorian style. And oh my God, yeah. So, but yeah, this is the house that EA built just to like come with the pack for all players when you first get it. And this belongs to Ted Roswell and Meredith Roswell. They are the Sims, the pre-existing townies who live here in Strangerville. Ted Roswell is supposed to be the mayor of Strangerville, and Meredith is his wife. I think in the speed build you'll see a little like peek of them like over here in this area. But anyway, this is a 40 by 30 lot, and I just feel like it's a really strange residence. I know it's like supposed to be a little bit strange, but you'll see like with what I did, like I still made it like strange in some aspects, but like this is just like typical, I don't know, EA pre-built houses at its worst, in my opinion. These rocks are so pretty over here. Okay, I'm getting distracted, but anyway, I'll show you real quick why it's just like, what? I do like the facade. I just think it's a giant house. I wish there were more like yard space at the beginning, but yeah. And I've had this issue with a lot of like different EA pre-built houses that come with different expansion packs, because you know, all these like expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs, like Strangerville is a game pack, so it's like slightly smaller, but like, okay, except for like this painting, maybe this bookcase, which I did use in my recreation, but like nothing else. Like there aren't any other Strangerville like pack specific items. So I'm just like, I feel like they should show off like more what you can do with the new items that like you just paid for your game. But anyway, as you can already see, I also just like, my biggest issue I feel like overall with like EA pre-built houses is that they're always so dark. Like I think Strangerville came out after the subtle saucer lights. The subtle saucer light and the super subtle saucer light were updated to be included in the base game, because like these lights just aren't good. And like upstairs, like this bedroom is just like dark, and yeah, sure, stranger and just very strange for a lot of reasons, but like everything is just dark, even like in good lighting and like ideal afternoon lighting. I'm like, it shouldn't be this dark. Also, like EA builds are pretty sparse just to accommodate like different PC specs and stuff, but so I don't have like a huge issue with how kind of like, again, sparse this build is, but it could be better, and hopefully you think I made it better. You kind of get the idea of this house already as I've been kind of clicking around, but like what? Like carpet, there's like a dining room? Oh, I should have put a piano somewhere, but I didn't. But like this ugly carpet, ugly tile, and not even like strategically ugly. I just think it looks bad. Like random fridge right here all by itself. Oh, I was gonna say they don't have a stove, but there it is. In a weird spot though. And yeah, and like plus like only 2 Sims live here, like Meredith and Ted, and they don't have any kids. So I'm like, what is this like weird dark room with 2 single beds? It doesn't make a lot of sense for like a guest room. Oh, I forgot to put a chess table. Maybe I'll do that before I upload it to the gallery. But because I remember I did want to put a chess table in there. But then also like, okay, I'll give it this. And I did try to include this specifically in my builds, in my recreation, like a little creepy basement, probably like for Ted because he's, you know, the mayor and he's got like some shady stuff going on. When you play the pack, it's like revealed. Or like even when you look at like the household lot panel, it like shows that he's covering stuff up for like Strangerville to thrive or whatever. Like what is this random room? Yeah, I guess to sum it all up, my thoughts on this build are just like, what are all these random dark rooms? Why is there, again, they don't have children. Why is there like this kid's desk and chair over here? Like, it makes no sense to me. And yeah, oh, this isn't even like, well, it might be the worst part of this build, the carpet over the rug. I hate that. I hate when that happens. But yeah, I feel like I did an all right job with kind of like maintaining the essence, the flavor of this build, this house, but like completely starting over from scratch, to be honest. But you still get the idea. I think it still suits like Meredith and Ted very well, like for their storyline. Oh, this is cool. And I love a Victorian build. I love like an old house. But yeah, let's get into the speed build and I'll show you and tell you what I did with this lot. Now moving into the speed build portion of the video, this is crazy because I am surprised that with how long I've been playing The Sims 4, I've never done a speed build. And it was just so crazy to see like to watch this speed build video and be like, wait, that's me building though. So I hope that the speed is okay. Like, I know sometimes I watch speed builds and I feel like I'm like getting motion sickness, and I was definitely like kind of feeling that even when I had this at like 10 times speed. I just feel like I'm such a slow builder. Like exterior alone probably took me like 1 to 2 hours. So I don't know what the right call is for like what is too fast and what is like ideal. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of furnishing adorning the exterior of the house with all the bits and bobs from Strangerville. I do really like the, I guess you could say the build mode items from this pack. Just like the windows, the columns and fences. Like I feel like, I can't remember exactly when this came out. I feel like a while ago. I feel like it came out while I was like near the beginning of like my time at college, and I remember being like, oh my god, I don't think that like The Sims 4 has released like kind of older builds, like older houses, exterior features before this pack. So I was super excited to get it, even for just like the build mode alone. Anyway, moving into the interior of the house, the furnishing, I didn't film the floor plan just because I feel like, again, I'm a very slow builder and I feel like I just have the hardest time. This is a big secret that I'll share with you. I have the hardest time figuring out floor plans, that most of the time I just think it's less stressful and more fun to just like look up a floor plan from like a building, house, contractor site or what have you. I don't exactly know what those are called, but like house plan sites for real life houses. And I'll definitely like do some speed builds of like recreating floor plans like in The Sims 4 from those kinds of real life floor plans. But it is really hard for me to come up with a floor plan on my own. And to be honest, like this floor plan, And this house is inspired by a house plan that I did find online that like reminded me of the Strangerville overlooked like original house, but just like a bit better, obviously. But yeah, like I literally could not create an original floor plan to save my life. This is like the third room that I furnished in the house, but I just like cut out a lot of the footage of me doing, well, a lot of the rooms, a lot of like, I think I didn't include the footage of like any bathrooms. See, we're already upstairs. Just because I feel like kind of like, I know like Devin Bumpkin doesn't, include a lot of his like bathroom furnishings because they are just kind of repetitive, kind of boring. And yeah, when I was first starting to furnish this house, I was just so like stumped with what like exactly I wanted to do with like the entryway and like the kind of living room. So I just cut that out because a lot of the footage is just me being very indecisive. And like right here, I even like included a lot of like this footage and the living room footage where I'm just like struggling so hard to make a choice about what like to put above the bed, or like if I want certain rooms to have curtains or not. I really like this little like sitting area of the master bedroom, and I wanted to use only Strangerville and base game, so I do feel like the base game swatches are not super attractive historically, but there are like a lot of nice like pretty blues, so I try to incorporate a blue theme into this room. But for some reason I've done so many like, well, I don't have all the packs, but with as many packs as I have, it's kind of surprising that for some reason I've done so many base game only builds. Oh, here we are to the landscaping. And I'm so tired of like building with like ugly 2014 swatches in the base game, but I do think it's a fun challenge sometimes to use like limited packs or just base game or just some packs. Now we're into the landscaping, which honestly, I know a lot of like content creators will cut out like landscaping or, you know, what have you, but landscaping in The Sims is kind of my favorite part of building, especially terrain painting. I didn't know if you knew that, but yeah, I love landscaping, and something about terrain paint is so satisfying to me. You can see here I included a fountain like the original build had, so I just wanted to pay my respects to the original build and include that fountain. I feel like normally when I'm building, I don't even like include fountains at all, to be honest. I don't know, maybe it's just because like where I've lived, like fountains aren't super common, but anyway, I thought that was pretty cute though, and that's just like using base game stuff, and I like that it's still like, I think it might be the same shape as the original build had, that fountain, but I think the front of the house with the gazebo and the white flowers and the mesquite trees and the pool, I think it all looks really nice. I'm honestly really proud of this house. Yeah, I cut out like furnishing some bedrooms and stuff. I'll show you in the tour, but yeah. Also, yeah, it's so hard like knowing what to do in the back of the house where like realistically you're like, I feel like they wouldn't be like hiring a landscaper or what have you to like do the landscaping for like behind the house where like visitors, guests, or like, I don't know, like no one really sees this. So I kind of wanted like the back of the house landscaping just to look sort of natural, like with the wildflowers and stuff. I didn't use debug landscaping, which is like when you just kind of like are able to access the catalog of landscaping and other items that are like in the world, like in the background of the game, but aren't necessarily accessible through like the buy catalog. But I didn't want to do that for this build just because even though I don't think I built like an actual EA build in terms of like number of items or like file size of the lot or whatever, and I used like move objects and everything, but I still wanted this house to like not use debug landscaping and use like actual landscaping found in the buy catalog. But yeah, I also really wanted this house to have a pool. I'm surprised that it didn't have a pool before, because I think pools like that build feature was released before this pack came out. And I feel like, yeah, in the Southwest and, oh, and it's over. Yeah, I feel like in the Southwest, you'd like want to have, in the Southwest United States, you'd want to have a pool because it gets so hot. But yeah, so that was the speed build portion. And now let's get into the tour, and you can kind of see more of like the rooms and especially the basement. I'm really excited to show that I didn't include in the speed build footage. So now I want to give y'all a quick video tour of a live tour actually of the new Roswell house, the new and improved Roswell household residence, Strangerville overlook. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this build came out. I'm honestly like, I can't remember the last time I was this satisfied like with a build. I just think it like blends into the world really nicely. I love the pool. I'm proud of how I was able to just use like base game, some of the new base game Swatch updates, and also just the Strangerville content, and being able to use more of the Strangerville buy content than this, ooh, spoiler alert, than this Strangerville overlook lot originally had. But anyway, so I'll give y'all a quick tour. Going into the house at first, little gazebo, I love that feature right there. Going into the house, I didn't film this because I was like struggling so hard, but this is the front entry area. Just pretty simple, nice little hall table. I love this item. I love that it comes in the base game. But yeah, just like a nice little hall. I feel, okay, I was like, I feel like I should have added a chandelier. I did, it just faded away. Meredith's over here watching some, what is she watching, like a cooking show? Cooking channel. Yeah, this is the living room. I feel like, okay, at first I was like kind of going for the EA build style of sort of like weird, sparse, empty. But yeah, I like this room. I was also going for like a more dated kind of vibe too with the interiors. Obviously like it's a Victorian-esque build, but like kind of like these fake plants above the cabinets. And I also did that in the kitchen. I just think it adds to like the dated sort of 90s, early 2000s feel. I love this sitting area, and I love like this view right here. I'm so proud of this, especially like I'm just starting to use the Sims 3 camera instead of the Sims 4 camera. Embarrassing. But yeah, I'm really like proud of this angle. It's like a whole new world. But yeah, so this is like the sunroom. Very cute, very sweet. Then we got that Strangerville bookcase and nice little living room. And then, yeah, I didn't really include much of like furnishing the dining room in the speed builds, but this is a dining room, little office nook with this cool Strangerville clock thing. Oh, I didn't know that it scrolled. I feel like I rarely use this object. That's really cool. Oh, what is he buying? He's grilling some hot dogs. Work. Little bar area. I feel like they would drink. Make some mixed drinks, Ted and Meredith. But yeah, I'm also really proud of this kitchen. I feel like, okay, great, good job, Ted. I feel like it just really came together and like looks sort of old, but also still nice. Like they have some storage. This is the dining room that I cut most of the footage out of the speed build just because I was having such a hard time with it randomly. But I like the paneling. I feel like I rarely use this like kind of reddish brown base game swatch, but I feel like it worked with this house. And it, yeah, and then bathroom, obviously, just a half bath on the main floor. Oh wait, and then I also included, this like, I forget what it's called, but in the game, it says that he doesn't have a job, which is weird because like in the household description, it says that he's the mayor. So kind of confusing, but I figured like if he's the mayor, then he might have like some sort of military background. I don't know. I was just getting a vibe, so I included this like military, I think it's like badge metal storage display case. I just thought it looked kind of nice, but yeah, he don't got no badges or anything. Okay, and now I'm really excited about this. So this, you think it's just like a bookcase wall, right? Nope. It's a secret door that leads to this creepy basement where Ted gets up to his, you know, oh, geez. Wait, I've never seen this object like in view. Anyway, it's kind of where Ted gets up to his shenanigans, his Mayor Strangerville covering up laboratory experiments. And yeah, also I have like this sparring thing. It's gonna chat with Meredith. Good for Ted. But yeah, I really like that I was able to use a lot of the Strangerville objects and also like include this sort of basement thing that this build had before. But going up to the second floor, obviously this is the master bedroom. Pretty much nothing changed from the speed build footage, but I really like now, I don't think when Strangerville came out you could use ladders, but I used a ladder up here to get to the top of like this kind of tower or like turret kind of thing. And there's some, you know, more documents and stuff for Ted to look through. And since he's the mayor, I was thinking that, you know, Strangerville overlook, he would want to keep an eye on the residents with this telescope that also came with like a semi-recent base game update. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm really into the upstairs. And well, not really this upstairs, but like I mean like the upstairs kind of tower area, lookout view. But yeah, they also have like a master bathroom. In this kind of hall area, there's a closet. And I was pretty proud of this sort of dressing room closet area. I feel like I haven't really built anything like this before. Just, I don't know. It seems kind of excessive to me, but since this is such a big house, I just felt, you know, what better way to fill the space. Yeah, they also have like, yeah, giant master bath with this jacuzzi tub. Lucky them. And then I built a couple guest bedrooms, I guess, which are pretty simple, pretty base game, but you know, this is a Strangerville rug, Strangerville poster, Strangerville. I do really like this art piece, but other than that, this room is base game. Nice little full bath up here for those guests. And that is pretty much that. Yeah. Ooh, it's getting dark. It's 7:20 on a Sunday in the fall. But anyway, yeah, I really like this build. I feel like this side isn't as interesting as it was before, like in the original EA build, to be honest. But I still feel like this was a better go at it, and it just makes more sense. Hopefully. I hope it makes more sense. I feel like it does. What was that? Oh my God, is she infected? I think she's infected. Okay, honestly, like the infected Sims in the Sims 4 Strangerville is so scary. Like, do we know you? Try to talk to her. Okay, anyway, it's honestly so disturbing watching them like convulse like that. So I'm just gonna look away. Oh, I love this. They're having some dinner. What is he wearing? Okay. Ooh, this lighting is so pretty. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this though. It was really fun for me to build and complete this. It did take me a long time, but again, I'm trying to grant myself some grace while I'm using like this new, new to me, Sims 3 camera, but it does make building honestly like more fun and in a way easier now that I'm kind of figuring out the mechanics of it. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time I'm hoping to do some more like limited packs, like base game plus like maybe one expansion or something sort of builds. But stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you next time.